So Kandi and Todd. So apparently People Magazine done came out and said that Kandi said, shout out to Carlos King, because I love the way Carlos King put this, because everybody was like, is the People Magazine story real? And what he said was very true. They give everything else to People Magazine, so why this statement ain't true from People Magazine? They get the wedding photos, the birthing photos, the business photos. They have a very deep relationship with People Magazine. So why do we have to assume People Magazine is lying now when Kandi is out here giving statements saying that Todd has been seeing women behind her back, and that's what led to the breakdown of the divorce? She said, according to People Magazine, that Todd, and didn't I say this? It wasn't even like a month ago when I said I've smelt the divorce coming. I said this, and then I'm trying to recollect what I said, but I knew I said something about the divorce is coming. It's coming. It's inevitable. But anyway, and I don't wish this on a Black family at all, because they got small kids and they in the limelight, and kudos to her for trying to seal it. But for people to come out and quote what Kandi said is that the reason she decided to fall for divorce is because I personally heard that Todd was courting other women. They all on X saying that thank God they came out, because Todd was out here single, okay? Single and trying to mangle. But for People Magazine to get dragged now because y'all Kandi fans, she ain't say that. She ain't say that the reason her and Todd ain't together no more is because he was courting women. I said, no, I'm going to be honest with you. I felt like it was a misquote, because see, if I was the editor-in-chief over there at People, I would have corrected Kandi for her. What led to the breakdown of the divorce wasn't because he was courting women behind your back. It's because he was courting women without you. That's not fair, Kandi. It ain't had nothing to do with them behind your back. And a lot of them, you were jealous. You were jealous. And a lot of women that do end up, and I know them. They bring people into their bedrooms because they it's like they unintentionally but intentionally want to be the cool kid in school. They want to have the cool marriage. They want they boys to be able to say, my wife cool. She let me go to women. And you think it looks cool that you look cool, but really it's an insecurity because you figure they gonna go cheat anyway, so they might as well cheat with me. So I'm gonna be heterosexual by default because Kandi's gay because of her disdain for women. Disdain for men, because she can't trust them. Saying this is a hard thing for her to do. All you had to do was ask Todd, can you come in the room? I'm sure he would have let you. But you're in love with, what is her name? Fatim? That's her woman. That's her woman. I just don't know where we as Black women have gotten, or just women in general, have gotten to the point where I wish a would come around my husband with a lace bodysuit on in negative 13-degree weather in a hot tub with her legs spread apart while my husband is sitting there. Is that what makes you feel like you are bosses because you're in control of the coochie he gets with you? And her children inside. You taking care of everybody in the house. All because you want to be boss bitch. Now you're scared your business finna be all over the streets, and the only reason you filed is because Todd was out without you and didn't invite you. So now you feeling a little insecure. Well, he don't like my pussy no more. It's too old. What's going on? Why you don't like this pussy no more? Todd, what's wrong? You should be happy when this pussy, I took you off the street and made you a house dad. Why, Todd? What's wrong with me? Afraid he gonna trade you in for somebody younger? Afraid you can't compete with nobody younger? You open the door to this mess. And if I was Todd, I'd be standing in front of the judge. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. This is the first relationship I've ever been in where a woman let me sleep with a woman with her. I don't understand why she mad because I went behind her. She wasn't available at the time. Her period was on, so what was I supposed to do? I was going to hit that, Judge. When you understand what I'm saying, Judge? Judge, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, Judge? Do you? Brother, do you feel me? And I couldn't even work. She wouldn't even let me work, so she kept having all these babies. And then, the surrogates, I don't even understand why we needed a surrogate to have a baby, and we had extra women in the bedroom. Why we just couldn't choose one of them bitches? Why, Judge? Why? Why we had to go pay 30 extra grand and we had a bitch there? Why? I was tired. He's sitting there fixing my tie. Judge, you got to understand what I'm saying. And so I deserve spousal support because we shouldn't even be divorced right now. She didn't explain the rules, and all she had to do was come back and say, just don't sleep with nobody without her. There was never no rules. Now you want to impose rules? I was just talking to him to see if I could bring him home to you. Y'all gonna learn about that pick-me. You know what I'm saying? I see the women out there because, a lot of them be dragging me. Oh, you think marriage is the end all be all? No, I don't. I do not. I love my husband. I'm blessed to have him. Okay? But baby, the stuff y'all be doing out here to keep these men. And listen, my husband comes from a polygamous background. I have 3 mothers that I have to greet when I walk to his house. They are all 3 equally his mothers. But once you establish a relationship and a bond with your partner, now we're there. We're good to go. But Kandi brought this all on herself. You said Mama Joyce has been vindicated. I don't know how Mama Joyce has been vindicated because it wasn't Todd's fault. Todd has always been Todd. She used Todd. Don't be talking about Todd used her. She used Todd. She had no business. I say this all the time. I probably said this during my last show. Women should not date down. Women should not date up. Women need to date equal. Then you ain't got to seal your court records and got to make up excuses as to him cheating on you without you being there just to not pay spousal support. She don't let this man borrow her Rolls Royce to go pick up hoes during the day while she at work. And he got the kids in the back seat saying, this daddy friend. Man, bye. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for her. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can have it. And she probably finna sell it to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know the scheme. It's a scheme set up by Todd. Yeah. You ain't got to settle for nothing you don't want to settle for. Which my husband would tell me I can have another dude. Okay, cool, no problem. You sure? Is you sure? I mean, it has been 20 years. I just want to test it, see if it still works down there. You sure? Are you sure? You got to start asking me. You got to start saying, you cannot divorce me over something you said. Are you sure? We cool? You just playing. You playing for real now. You know I'm going to do nothing. You got to be clear. Mm-hmm. You got to look at the dotted line. And yes, Todd does have a few women. As he should. She keeps a couple. Well, he just keep a couple because he broke and she using her money to pay for him. That's what she mad about. Moving on, y'all. Why I love this product so much, you can see it's halfway almost gone. This is a mushroom extract gummies. It's because they are loaded with beta glucans, okay? Now, there's a lot of products out here that likes to divide mushrooms up, but all of the mushrooms are compacted into one gummy here, okay? Not only do they increase your energy, they increase your mood, they help you to focus more and things like that. Mushrooms also help to fight oxidative stress on the body, which means you're not gonna age as much, okay? Can you tell that I'm 43? Absolutely not. And I know the jokes out here thinking that I'm in my 50s. I am not, okay? And when people do see me in public, because I'm tiny as hell, they know, all right? They already ask, are you in your 30s? I am, okay? Why? Because I keep mushrooms, whether they are in gummy form, whether they are in liquid form, or whether they are in powder form. This is my go-to travel version. As you can see, they are halfway gone. I take one a day. When I tell you you can instantly feel your energy shift and things like that, just trust me, one or two is all you need. One of the hottest sellers on our website, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code and get 10% off your first order of the mushroom extract complex. Every time we get a review on these products, I'm going to share it because these are products that I personally use to help better my life and my mood, all right? And so we got a review from a wino. She says, greetings, Miss TK. I just wanted to share with you one thing about the gummies, all right? I saw you on YouTube and you talked about natural remedies and what you took. Now I don't trust a pharmaceutical medication and I suffer with inflammation due to my arthritis in my hands, but I'm 51 years old and when I wake up, I couldn't get out of bed because it takes me a while. So I ordered the inflammation joint therapy and I took it for the first time before I went to bed because that's when your body heals. And on 8/18/25, when I woke up this morning, I was able to get out of bed with no pain. I just want to say thank you so much. I am crying as I write this to you from Phoenix, Arizona. Her name is Brandy G, and she is talking about the Indian turmeric extract, which is in gummy form. Everyone knows that turmeric aids in decreasing the inflammation in the body, which leads to pain. And she's also talking about the chicory root extract, okay, which helps with joint cartilage repair therapy because it's loaded with glucosamine, all right? And glucosamine helps to repair the joints and things like that. Please use the coupon code TK10 when you go to shoptkdeals.com and get 10% off your first order, all right? So I don't know if y'all know, I have a weight limit that I usually don't go over, and that's usually 170 pounds, okay? And so I typically try to keep my weight between 155 and 170 because I look the healthiest. I don't want no sunken in skin as I get older and things like that. I like to look, you know, kind of voluptuous and juicy and shiny and stuff like that. And so one of the things that I do naturally to control my weight without having to use medications is I use Active 8 plant-based mango extract drops, all right? And so what I typically do is I'll put it in some water or put it under my tongue on days when I want to fast or activate a fast, and that's why it's called Active 8. And what I'll typically do is drink a bottle of water while taking one drop of these, okay? And when I say one drop, I'm talking about one whole drop, and it will suppress my appetite for the rest of the day, all right? And so I could typically do this for a 3-day fast, for a 2-day fast, for a 24-hour fast, or even for a 5 or a 7-day fast, okay? And it is plant-based. There's nothing, no chemicals or anything that can harm you. It just helps to suppress your appetite and boost your metabolism, okay? And so, and clear your skin as well. As you can see, my skin is clear as hell, all right? I look healthy and hydrated, all right? And so, listen, if you're trying to shed a few pounds and not gain more weight, please try the Activate Drops, one of our top sellers on shoptkdeals.com, and use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order, all right? Another one of my favorite products, the oil of oregano. And this is actually oil of oregano, organically made and compressed, all right? I keep this around, especially during fall time or during cold and flu seasons or COVID seasons and things like that, because it is antiviral, antibacterial. It even helps to fight staph infections. So I always keep this close to me and I travel with it. All you need is 2 drops. If you feel something coming on, I just drop 2 drops in my tea, 2 drops in my water. Trust me, you're going to feel it. I drink it now. You're going to smell it as well too. And it helps to shorten the lifetime of any virus or illness that I come in contact with, okay? And so for that reason, I keep me some wild organic oil of oregano. You should be able to smell your oil of oregano through the bottle. Please visit shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order. Trust me, you can't live without this, and I can't.